Hi, welcome back to Podium Pop. I'm Grace here with Celine, and we have another episode here for you. Before we get into everything, make sure you are following us on all of our socials. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and we have our links down in the description for the episode. Let's pop the bottle and get into the episode. Good sound effect. Yeah, I did.
All right. Yeah, let's get started. Let's start out by just kind of being upfront. It's been a boring-ass week in Formula One.
It's been so boring.
And I think, honestly, it is that it's been not that out of the ordinary to have a week like this. We're just so used to being on red alert since February 1st, really.
Literally.
That we don't know what to do with ourselves when there's not intense things happening. And yeah, we're here twiddling our thumbs. We're here looking through Twitter, looking on TikTok to find some news, some updates. It's been pretty quiet.
So quiet. We're also recording this on Friday, and then we're going to post Monday. So, of course, on Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be all the news in the world.
Yes. So forgive us if something comes out after the fact. We are recording on Friday because tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. And we're not nerds, so we are going out. And we're not going to do this hungover on Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do that.
We're pre-planning.
Yeah, we're pre-planning. So we're like, let's film on Friday. Let's be prepared. If things come out on Saturday and Sunday, I'm sure we will probably make some update videos or make a TikTok or anything.
We'll make
so that's why
TikTok
it's
for sure.
Yeah, is why it's super important.
Big news drops and we're just like in the middle of a bar in our like green gear. We're like, you guys!
We're like, guys, you will never guess what happened. We have green beer in our hands.
That'd be hilarious.
But we are dedicated to keeping you all updated. So
yes,
that's why it's so important for you to follow our socials, follow our TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, because inevitably things will happen after this is recorded.
Yeah,
and we want to do our best to update you. So,
biggest news of the week, to be honest. I finally got my new Williams shirt.
Woo! We have started planning our outfits for Miami, which is how many days away?
I think 49 days.
Woo!
That's so close. I was looking at the calendar today. Like, it's not. We're like halfway through March, but it's like almost April, and then April's gonna pass, and then we'll be on a plane to Miami.
Yeah, me and Grace have a trip planned in April, the first week of April. We're going to Gatlinburg with our friend Molly and some of our other friends. And I had
Molly wants her name to be said in the podcast. She
worked it in
to us one time, so
we are dedicated friends. We're loyal friends, so we're taking it to heart. So we're going with a bunch of our friends. Molly's one of them. So we have that trip planned at the beginning of April. So obviously we're looking forward to that. But almost a month exactly after we have our Gatlinburg trip is when we will be going to Miami. And yeah, I'm getting my outfits all together. I have like two of them. I got one secure.
Nice.
I have two partial outfits. I need to order a hat. I want to get I want to get a Fernando hat.
You should definitely get that Fernando hat. I told you to get it 2 months ago and you didn't.
I know, it was on sale and I didn't get it, and I hate myself for it.
It's okay. I have my outfit for day 2, but I don't know like what team I'll be sporting. I just have too many I like. Because
it's hard. I do want to do I want to do Williams one of the days for Logan. So I think I might get a Logan Sargent t-shirt as well. I just don't know if I'm going to do that Friday or Saturday.
If you see me wearing the shirt in Miami, pretend like you've never seen it before.
Yeah, mind your business on that.
Mind your business.
It's not that important.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
And proud.
Actually, I'm so proud of being an outfit repeater.
The amount of times I repeat outfits is actually insane.
No, me too.
It's our cartoon character.
Whoa. We always call our favorite outfits our cartoon character outfits because cartoon characters never change their outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's always like a new one. Like I'll get like a new like a new like skirt, and I'll be like, oh, this is gonna be a part of my summer cartoon character outfit, because you have a different character outfit for every season, really.
You do. You do.
And you know what? I've never had someone call me out for wearing the same outfit twice.
No, me either.
Because anyone that notices, anyone that notices just knows that it's not any of their business to be calling me out.
Yeah. Nuts. They keep it themselves.
So yeah, Miami is soon. Indy 500 is a couple of weeks after that. We're going to be very busy over the next couple of months. Super exciting stuff, though.
Speaking of, Williams and not what we're wearing, but speaking of Williams, I becoming a big Alex Albon fan.
But like, why wouldn't you? He's adorable.
For sure. I'm just laughing at myself because I simply can't add another driver to my top tier. That I'll like over half the grid at this point.
Yeah, but like the thing is that like I love, like, there's not really a driver that I really dislike. There are some that like,
no, me either,
I don't gravitate towards necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think about Esteban Ocon very often.
No.
Sometimes I forget he exists.
I forgot that you existed.
I don't think about, who else do I not really think about a lot? I don't think about K-Mag and Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
But I don't hate them. I
don't hate them.
Yeah, sure, they're fine gentlemen. I do love that Nico and Kevin are great dads. I think that's really cute. I eat that content up.
Yeah, that is good content, for sure.
So cute. When she helps her dad put on his gloves.
And close the visor. It's so cute. It is so cute.
So, there's a time and a place for every driver.
Yeah, honestly. I've been deep in the Alex Albon interviews and YouTube videos, though.
He's so smart when he talks.
He is so smart, and he always sounds so like kind and genuine. Man, James Vowles knows how to pick him.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
He sure does.
It's almost like Alex is almost kind of a little mini James too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, they're both very knowledgeable. They're very articulate in their words. They come off very kind, very friendly, very like, but they still like to joke around kind of thing. Which is why maybe they work out so well. And I think I just love that for them.
I know. Me too.
I could see Alex one day being a team principal.
Oh, I definitely could.
Which I know we've talked about before on our podcast, who we think out of the Formula One drivers could be a team principal. And at the time, I don't think I considered Alex. I can't remember. I don't know if I considered Alex, but now I definitely would consider him to be a team principal.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, he'd be so good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
The next race in the calendar is Australia. So, of course,
Australia, mate.
Australia, mate. Very excited for Oscar's home race.
And Daniels.
Yeah, and Daniels. I saw a video of Oscar. I think maybe we've both seen it. Oscar is doing the voiceover for their bus. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think it's the train. Whatever the train is called in Melbourne, like the metro, the subway.
But he's announcing like the stops and like when the tram is coming.
Which, like, I'm obsessed with because of all the drivers. Too. Like, Oscar definitely has the most, like, train announcement voice. Like,
you're so right, actually. Like, it was, like, very monotone.
He's so monotone. Like, if you, like, didn't know who Oscar was, like, it would still be, like, very, like, oh, it's just a normal, like, train announcer guy. Yeah. Where, like, if Danny Ricciardo did it, like, you could tell, you're like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's definitely not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
There's something here telling me. But Oscar just blends right in. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. Do you think, like, I know a lot of people probably know who Daniel is for sure in Australia, but like especially because Oscar's from Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. I saw a girl on TikTok comment on how to say it, so I've been trying to say it the right way. Do you think like people are like, oh yeah, Oscar, like the Formula One driver, like we know him, not we know him, but like we know of him.
No, I think actually people probably. Yeah, I would guess that they know Oscar. Not as more people probably know Daniel.
Yeah.
In Australia as a whole.
Yeah.
But I think maybe people know Oscar in Melbourne. Now I'm having a crisis on how to say it. In Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Ben.
Like, Ben. Melbourne.
Ben.
Excuse us, by the way, for just pulling out terrible accents.
Melbourne. I can't do it. I think people probably know Oscar just as much. I mean, he grew up there. Like, I can't imagine his face being, it's probably everywhere.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But Daniel's such like a recognizable like face that I'm sure anyone in Australia probably knows. If they know who Daniel is, they probably know who Oscar is.
That's a good point.
But I don't know. Because like really, if you think about it, like there are people. What'd you say?
I said they're known for Bluey and Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, the two. And you know what? I love both of those things.
Yeah, no, 100%. Daniel Ricciardo on a Bluey episode?
Wow, actually, that crossover would go crazy.
That'd be insane.
Oh, Bluey and Bingo go to a Formula One race.
But like, I feel like, oh no, they drive cars. They drive cars, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, they do.
That'd be so fun.
But there are people in like America. Most people in America probably know many, many more Formula One drivers before they know who Logan Sargent is. Which is a shame.
That's a shame.
It's a shame. And you know what? I will say this. I have a feeling that there's going to be more support for Logan at his home race this year than there was last year. And I'm excited that I'm going to be there.
I'm so excited.
The conductor of the Logan train.
I will be getting everybody on board. What's that person that like the porter?
Whoa, I don't know.
I think that might be like the person that's just like all aboard.
Actually, yeah.
I think it might be called a.
We should do a TikTok when we're in Miami.
Yeah, we should
about that.
No, I will be standing outside the bus, being like, "Come on, get on, let's go. We're
Come
going.
on, free tickets, no ticket needed.
Let's go.
Come on. Yeah." But back to Australia.
Oh, yeah. How did we get really derailed so much?
Whoa.
This is what happens when there's no news.
I know. We just kind of talk. There's no structure to our episodes, unfortunately, without the news. But no, back to Australia. I'm super excited. I love Australia. I'm excited. I hope that, I hope there's an Australian on the podium. I really do. And
Oscar's going to do it.
I hope there's a shoey involved. I'm saying this now.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to go on record saying this.
Whoa. Okay.
If there's an Australian on the podium for the Australian GP, I will too do a shoey.
Wow. Okay.
And I'll do a shoey. I'll do it.
At 2 a.m.
I'm a little scared. You what?
At 2 a.m. when the race is over?
No, I might post it the next day.
No, but I feel like you have to do it immediately after they win.
I mean, yeah, I might do it at 2 a.m., honestly.
Yeah.
I'll probably already be drinking, watching the race, so it probably wouldn't be that hard to just keep the ball rolling.
Honestly, speaking of the race time, this is perfect. It's at midnight. It'll be done by 2. Like, kind of on a normal Saturday, we would already be, like, doing stuff at night anyway.
Yeah.
It's a good time. China, on the other hand, being at 3 a.m., What are we doing?
That's so hard because it's like, do we stay up late? Do we wake up early? Like, what is
I know.
best
I was kind of thinking to wake up early
that?
route, but then it's like.
But then our whole Saturday night, we can't do anything. We got to go to bed early.
That's a good point. But like, would we be able to?
What are we doing the day? Are we do we have any plans that weekend for China? That's not Gatlinburg, is it?
No, that's Japan, which that'll be fun.
That'll be 1 a.m., right, for us?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is Gatlinburg on Central Time Zone?
No, I think they're Eastern.
I think you're right. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about China.
Wait a minute. Is it Central?
I don't know. It's like right where it gets dicey.
No, I don't think so, because that was near my sister's college, and we never changed times when going.
Ask your Alexa right now.
Everybody get ready. I'm about to say the name. Alexa, what time zone is Gatlinburg in? Gatlinburg is in Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, we were right.
We're good. We're good.
Hi.
Glad we cleared that up. Thanks, Alexa.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this journey, by the way, of that. We just lost 2 viewers out of our 14. Hey,
real fans will still be here.
If you're still here, comment the star emoji on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the star emoji. I love the star emoji. Comment the shoe emoji. If you think that Grace should also do a shoey.
If you're doing a shoey, like I can't not.
Yeah.
Can we get a fresh shoe just in case?
We can buy a pair at Walmart.
Yeah.
I'll take the right, you take the left.
Ooh, I'd actually prefer the left.
Why?
Whenever picking left or right, I'll always pick left. And then whenever picking heads or tails, I'll always pick tails.
I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, so if you're trying to persuade me and I do something, you've got it.
I'm going to remember that.
You should.
Write that down. But yeah, I'm excited about Australia. I think, any predictions?
I think Oscar's going to be on podium. He has been steadily progressing his way up and finishes.
I mean, he was P4, right?
Yeah.
P4 or P5? He was P5. P4?
Because he finished right behind Charles.
Yes, he was P4. I need McLaren on the podium.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's been so long.
I know, it actually has been a while.
It's been too long.
Wait. Was the last time Brazil? Last year? Because it wasn't Abu Dhabi, it wasn't Las Vegas. I think it was Brazil.
Yeah.
Wow.
We need to fix that.
We do need to fix that. Okay, team. Like we know.
I think we should just have Oscar win the race. Lando come in second. And I'd be happy with Daniel coming in third.
Yeah. Max, can you do this for us?
Max, just come on. Please.
What kind of bribes are you accepting?
We'll let you sim race instead of why don't you just stay home?
Stay home.
Do some sim racing. Doesn't that sound like so much fun, Max?
So fun.
It's like your favorite thing ever.
Yeah,
you'll love it. You don't need to go to the race.
Nar. Oh, also, happy 9 years to Carlos and Max starting at Toro Rosso.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was today.
Yeah, today.
And
it was in Australia.
The fact that it was what?
It was in Australia.
The fact that they are still both in Formula One. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
It is so weird to think about how Max is still young. Like he's not the youngest anymore, but he's still young.
Yeah, he's so young.
And the fact that he's been in Formula One for 9 years.
That's insane to think about.
Once again proves how young he was. Like, I think about it, like, Because he was 17 when he started in Formula One.
We hadn't even graduated high school yet.
Like the things I was doing when I was 17.
Yeah.
I barely had my, which I guess is like the whole thing. Like he didn't have his driver's license before he started Formula One. But like when I was 17, like I didn't even like, I don't know.
When I was 17, I went to school, came home, took a nap, woke up for dinner, did my homework, went to bed. And like maybe went to a football or a basketball game on the weekends.
Yeah. This guy was traveling the world as a Formula One driver.
Literally. Why wasn't I put in karting?
Max Verstappen. The Max Verstappen program.
Wait. That's actually kind of cute.
I stole it. Someone else made that. I didn't come up with that.
I was like, that was so good.
You're like genius.
Somebody made a TikTok and they were talking about just like having a daughter to make her like be in Formula whatever, and the comment said Project Pin started or Project Dorian started.
I love that. Yeah. That is cute.
I loved it.
There's speaking of Dorian Pin, I was thinking about this the other day. How many, we talked briefly, we had if you haven't seen it, we had an intro to Formula One Academy video. You should definitely go check it out. But who do you think will be, and we talk about this in the episode as well, but who do you think will be the first women to make it to Formula One?
I think Jess Hawkins.
Jess Hawkins. But
is that her last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Dorian's doing so good. Like, do we not think it could be her? Or even Marta?
Yeah, I just thought of this.
I would even be excited to... Okay, go ahead.
If Dorian keeps up her dominance, which I'm assuming she will, I bet she'll go into Formula 3. I could see Marta going into Formula 2 if she does well where she's at right now.
I would love that. I would love to see a woman in Formula 2.
Oh my gosh, I know. And like especially like Marta's with Prima right now, and I forget what series she's in. It's so long. But if Ollie and Kimmy move out, or if Ollie moves out up into Formula 1, there'll be some spots open.
Another question based off of that answer you just gave. I think realistically we'll have 2 to 3 rookies in Formula One next year.
I agree.
I think.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Ollie. I don't know. Maybe Victor.
Oh, really?
And maybe Jack.
I can't believe you didn't say Liam Lawson.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Wait, Jack Doohan?
Yeah.
Doohan? Okay, I just wasn't sure.
I kind of forgot about Liam Lawson because I kind of forgot he would he even be considered a rookie?
I guess not technically, right?
Right. But 2, I think it's almost like a definite thing that he'll be there next year. But if he isn't, that would actually be so messed up. So he's inevitable. He definitely is there.
What are some thoughts about that?
Speak up.
Like, Daniel's going to need to start doing better.
And
so, granted, this past race, it wasn't his fault because he had a 50-second pit stop. And he did make some mistakes, so, like, the combine between those wasn't good. I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, I think for Daniel to be at the point in his career that he's at, I think that if Daniel's career over the last 5 to 6 years happened to anybody other than Daniel Ricciardo, they would no longer be in Formula One.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
His positive attitude and his, we'll call it networking, does get him far, which again kind of proves how important media and being friends with the right people and being nice to people and being willing to do those interviews, how important it is.
Yeah.
Because again, he's built connections. Nobody wants to see Daniel leave.
No,
I don't want to see Daniel leave. But he needs to like he's making mistakes and like errors that like rookies are making. And not necessarily rookies, but like people early in their career, like him and Yuki, like that whole situation, like that wasn't his fault again, but like getting into those situations, like he needs to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just been really unlucky, and I do think he has been pretty unlucky in some aspects, but
yeah, definitely.
You can't blame, just the way that you can't really blame good luck for winning, you can't really blame bad luck for losing either.
I agree with that 100%. I hope he redeems himself a bit in Australia.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him do good in Australia for sure. Yeah. I wonder how many more years he has left in him for Formula One.
Yeah, and I wonder if this is like a new pressure for him. I mean, it's such a long season and it's literally only the first 2 races, but I wonder what kind of pressure that's putting on, him.
Yeah, because I'm sure right now all he sees, and I'm sure like Yuki too, all they see is Red Bull. And of course Checo too. Checo obviously is feeling the pressure as well, because I'm sure Checo doesn't want to leave his Red Bull seat.
Yeah, which he's been so good.
He's been doing really good.
Yeah.
He's been killing it.
Like, he's doing a lot better than he did at the end of last season, so.
Yeah, because he started out really strong last season too, and then I don't know, again, if it was like the pressure, because there were all those like horrible comments that Helmut Marko were making about.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that definitely shook his confidence a bit. But right now he's doing really good, and if he continues doing really good, like, there's no reason that Red Bull wouldn't sign him again. Like, it would actually be like weird. Like, everyone's just like at this point assuming that Checo's not going to have a seat next year at Red Bull, and people are assuming that it's going to be Daniel moving into his seat. But like, that would be a really stupid decision.
Yeah, especially if he's keeping all this up 100%.
Like, I get like PR wise, everyone would love it. Everyone would love to see Daniel and Max be teammates. Everyone would love to see Daniel at Red Bull. But it would really be a stupid decision. I also wonder if I don't know. I don't know who at Red Bull is the one that is kind of pulling the strings along for Daniel. But I wonder, with all of the Red Bull controversy and all of the, power struggles with upper management, with Christian and Helmut and, all of that, if that's going to affect someone having enough sway. I don't know if it's Christian that is the one that wants Daniel in Red Bull again. I would assume so.
It kind of seemed like that from Drive to Survive, but we also know that could be scripted whatever way they want.
Right. But I mean, Christian loves Daniel. Like, it's proven, like, he's seen in interviews, like, all of this stuff, like, he loves Daniel. But if Christian is the one that, like, would be responsible for putting Daniel in that seat and being the one to advocate for him, like, is he going to have enough sway to do that anymore?
Yeah, I don't know.
And we know that Daniel's loyal to Christian, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I was going to say that.
So, and I wonder if that would cause any drama between Daniel and Max.
That's a good point.
Because Daniel's definitely a little bit more loyal to Christian, while obviously Max is more loyal to Helmut.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I don't think it would, because they're such good friends, but like, I wonder if like that could cause some tension in between them if they were to be driving at Red Bull together, and if Red Bull even wants to open up that can of worms.
That's making my brain hurt.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back a few hops and say my 3 rookies that I think will be in next year.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's really straight off.
No, we both were.
Yeah.
I think definitely Liam, whether he's considered rookie or not. Ollie. Yeah. I said that in our race recap, or our 2024 predictions. I don't know. I could see the third one being. I could see it being like.
Fred?
Oh my god, I would want it to be Fred so badly.
I would love it for it to be Fred.
Oh, if Fred got that Mercedes seat and sorry, there's cat hair flying around. If Fred got that Mercedes seat and Logan did well enough this season to stay and we had Fred, Logan, and Oscar on the grid next year,
I would love it.
That, like, oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, I think unless he really shits the bed, Mercedes is so fixated on Kimi making it to Formula One.
Yeah, they so are.
Like, even just in the aspect of, like, if, you know, anyone, well, at the time it was Max, I don't think that's happening anymore, but if Max were to go to Mercedes, they already said that, you know, Kimi would go to Williams for a year and then eventually move into Mercedes. Like, they have, like, a backup plan to get Kimi into Mercedes because they were so, like, they screwed up by not getting Max into that, and they lost the opportunity with Max, and they're like, well, crap, here's the next Max coming in, and it's going to be the same thing. But, like, it's so hard to know how someone's going to do. Like,
also, like, it's his first season in Formula 2. I feel like this added talk is just this another sense of pressure. Like, he's so young. I think he's 17, right? Like, I just said like so many times and I realized that. But it's not... That can't be helpful to someone to hear Toto Wolff throwing your name out in every other interview.
Yeah, Toto needs to kind of learn to shut his mouth.
Actually, did you see... I think it was today. Formula One, the app, like, posted a news article and was like... I think the headline was like, Toto Wolff admits to talking too much about Antonelli.
He's actually just one of the girls.
He is.
He's like, yeah, sorry, I know I'm bringing it up again, but, like, can we just talk about Kimi for a second? Like,
yeah.
That's actually funny. I didn't see that headline, so the fact that we said that was a headline today. But yeah, I don't know if Kimi's going to be in Formula One next year. I think maybe in the next couple of years he will be.
I think it's a great idea to keep him in Formula 2, even if, like, he could move up right away if he has a spectacular year. But I mean, we saw, I've said this before, how Logan had such a good year, and Williams have even admitted that they brought him up too early and he could have benefited from another year in Formula 2.
Do we know how he did the first happen? Do we know how he did the first couple of races?
Kimi and Antonelli? Okay, so Kimi finished in Bahrain, he finished 14th and 10th. And then for both races in Jeddah, he finished 6th place.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's definitely
for his first couple of races.
Yeah,
to be finishing in 6th. All right, I get it.
This kid's talented.
This kid's got the it factor. He's an it girl.
He's an it girl. I need Logan to do good this year.
Yeah, poor buddy. I need to hear. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I need to hear the American national anthem.
Honestly, I just want some points from him that aren't from a double disqualification.
You're like, I don't need him on the podium. I need him to get some points.
No, I was going to say podium, but, like, let's be realistic.
Yeah. Something crazy would have to happen.
He's a good driver. I can't keep doing this over and over. Talking about how he was so good, how he had a shitty car in Formula 3, and how he was getting first place with it. I can't. He's a good driver.
Are you done?
I guess so.
Okay, good. Do you have any fun questions?
I sure do.
I would love to answer some silly questions.
She just said I can't let her go on any longer.
Yeah, I need. Anyways, let's stop talking about Logan. Let's shift gears a little bit.
A lot of my fun questions I came up with were based around Survivor and The Amazing Race. This one's fun. Okay. Which driver do you think would be most likely to stab you in the back that you had formed an alliance with?
That I would form an alliance with.
Yeah,
that's important.
You had an alliance formed with them, and then they stabbed you in the back and like voted you out, or.
So this is important because this is almost a two-part question, because there's some that would stab me in the back, but I would never form an alliance with them because I would know they would stab me in the back. Like, you can't have someone too obvious, because like Max would stab you in the back. Fernando would stab you right in the back.
Yeah, no. Fernando's the first person I thought of. I think Max would. I don't know.
Max would stab you in the back to win.
Oh yeah, to win. Never mind, you're so right.
To win. He's like, I gotta win.
Yeah.
I think he'd feel bad about it.
He would.
And like maybe after the fact be like, oh, sorry. But he would stab you in the back.
Yeah, he would.
I mean, the thing is that like a lot of the drivers would, because that they got to the point that they are, because I don't think they've all stabbed people in the back to get where they are, but they've gotten to where they are and they've done a lot of shit to get there, and they're willing to put in some work to get there. That's and they have true. That competitive nature in them. I think the one that would stab me in the back that would almost like shock me a little bit. See, I don't know, because like I don't think Oscar would stab you in the back.
No. You know what type of character Oscar is on Survivor? He's the quiet one that makes it through like half the season, and then all of a sudden the contestants are like, wait, what the fuck? He's winning. He's winning all of these.
He's the
getting
floater.
Immunity. He's the floater.
He's the floater.
Yeah.
Grab your life vest, floaters.
Grab your life vest.
Oh my god, see, maybe Daniel Ricciardo?
Oh, maybe.
But then again, I don't know if he'd stab me in the back. I don't know. I have the horrible horrible illness that I think every person I meet falls in love with me. You do. To where I think that I wouldn't get stabbed in the back because they'd be so charmed by me that they'd be like, oh, we can't do that to Celine. We can't do that to our girl. See, and I understand that's delusional.
I'm like, oh my god, everybody is plotting to vote me out right now.
And meanwhile, I'm like, everybody loves me.
Yeah. And then Jeff reads him out and he's like, okay, no votes for Grace. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh, and then I'm like the first one out because I think everybody loves me. So yeah, it's hard because I think like, I don't know. I always just am like, oh no, they wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah, that's so fair. Speaking of, oh god.
Well, I was gonna say like Fernando, like I think he's the first to stab someone in the back, but like I just know that Fernando would be so charmed by my jokes and by my personality that he'd be like, we got to keep this girl around.
Okay.
I also think that I would, this is far off from the drivers and back to me, back to surrounding me.
Let's hear it.
But like, I just feel like in these types of competition shows, I feel like I'd make it pretty far because I'm nice. I like to joke around, but I'm not like,
on nice.
I'm nice. I'm nice. I like to joke around, but I'm not like a huge like physical threat. Like I'm not like someone they're gonna be like, she's gonna win all these competitions, because I'm not like overly smart. I'm smart, but like I'm not like genius level, like, oh my gosh, she's gonna win all these puzzle comps and all this stuff. Yeah. And I'm definitely not the first to win a physical comp at all. So I feel like I'm the perfect like person to have in an alliance to get far and then to vote out when it gets later. But that's when I strike.
Yeah, your name's getting thrown around. They're like, Well, Celine's gonna win the popularity vote. We gotta get her out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
But that doesn't happen until, like, I've already made it past, like, all the hard stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know who would stab me in the back. Who would be your, like, if you had to pick 3 people, 3 drivers to be in an alliance with?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Big Brother and Big Brother. Not Survivor, but Big Brother.
Okay.
Who would you, which 3 drivers would you pick?
I know less about, sorry about that. I know less about Big Brother than I do Survivor. It's like just same thing, competition.
We'll just do a Survivor then. You do Survivor, I'll do Big Brother. They're pretty much the same, just one's outside.
Yeah. I would pick...
Because you got to keep in mind, they also have to like each other.
Yeah, they would have to like each other, and then I'm trying to think, like, who is, like, strong and, like, gonna be good at puzzles, who is gonna catch the fish and be like, Gracie needs to eat.
See, this is very different.
Actually, I'm not eating the fish, actually. Who would get the coconuts?
Who's gonna get the coconuts?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You also got to think who's charming enough, like, who's not gonna, like, accidentally, like, put their foot in their mouth and say something so bad that everyone's like, get this guy out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Carlos.
Uh-huh.
I could also see Carlos being a yapper and just spilling all of her plans to somebody, though.
To Lando.
No, he won't.
Lando has to be in your alliance. If Carlos is in your alliance, Lando has to be in your alliance because Carlos will yap to Lando. So if he yaps to a person already in your alliance, it's fine. But then you also got to keep in mind that they're going to have a final 2 alliance within that alliance.
No, I'm not putting Lando in my alliance. Lando's going to be my spy that I don't really trust. And Carlos is like, come on, I trust him. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't. Sorry.
That's like a whole plot point in a full episode there.
Yeah, no. And then I think I would do Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And then once again, like, if George is there, George is like our other spy that I don't trust. George Russell is stabbing me in the back, by the way. fully believe that. 100%.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, he is. George and I would get in a feud on the very first day and then hate each other from then.
Like, in your, like, little alliance meetings, like, Alex is like, come on, guys, let's get along. And you're like, no! We're doing it this way. And George is like, actually, we're going to do it this way.
And I'm like, that's not how you build a fucking fort, George. What do you know?
Okay, I'm going to do one for Big Brother.
I never said my third.
I thought you said, George is stabbing you in the back. I thought George was going to be in your alliance.
Oh, no, George is stabbing me in the back. George is the Lando, too. He's like another spy that I don't trust.
Right.
And then I think I would pick... Let's pick Lance and we can have a showmance.
Yeah, I love that.
Sorry, I think he has a girlfriend right now. I respect you guys.
No, that's funny though.
Hypothetical. Yeah.
It's hypothetical. This is if you all end up on an island on the show Survivor. Then we can talk about it.
And it's all the 2024 grid plus me.
plus Grace. Okay, I'm gonna do one for Big Brother.
Okay.
Because I definitely watch Big Brother more than I watch Survivor. So for Big Brother, you need a comp beast. You need a smarty pants.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone that's very personable that people like. But you also have to get 3 people that would get along. You all have to get along, but you also have to kind of run in a bit of different circles and be sneaky enough to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people can't expect you to be... Like, if you hang out all the time, then, you're going to be... people are going to know that you're in an alliance.
I think that's a little different from Survivor.
Yeah, it's very, like... Has to be hushed, the lowdown. So I'm going to do Lewis Hamilton.
Oh.
I think he's smart. I think he would do very well in the physical competitions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a pretty likable person.
Yeah, definitely.
Next, Oscar Piastri.
Okay.
I think he's also smart. I think he will also do, I mean, all the drivers will do fine in a physical competition, honestly.
Yeah.
And I don't think that if you look at me, Oscar, and Lewis, I don't think we would run in the same circles. Like, I'd probably be hanging out with, like, Daniel and Lando.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
But thinking about it that way, I think that Oscar and Lewis would pull numbers in different ways. So, like, I think that, like, maybe not necessarily Lewis, but Oscar, like, people like Oscar, like, he would have Logan's vote. He would have Lando would help keep him safe, and he could manipulate those people into doing things for us.
Oh, wow.
Last one, Charles. Again, Charles is very friendly. He's charming. He gets along with a lot of people. I think there'd be a lot of people in the house that he would be able to manipulate to vote with us. Like, he'd be able to convince Pierre to vote with our alliance. He could probably convince Alex and Lando to vote with our alliance. With him and Oscar working on Lando, no problem. Our biggest person that we would have an issue with, though, who I think would be running the other side of the house, because inevitably the house gets split into two different alliances. So we'd have people on our side, people on their side. I think Max would be running the other side of the house. And I think that he would have Daniel with him, and Lando would be, he'd be going a little bit back and forth. Like, he would also be one that we couldn't trust completely.
Yeah.
But we could probably convince to come with us. I think Carlos would be on the other side of the house.
So I'm with the other side then.
But I think George would be on our side, which would mean Alex would be on our side. Because Logan would be on our side. So if Logan and George are both on our side, then I think Alex would be on our side.
I feel like it would be one of those, like, weird things where it's like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? With Alex for, like, my side. And then, like, George and Alex would flip-flop. Like, you wouldn't totally trust Alex, and I wouldn't totally trust George.
Yeah, but George, I think, is so loyal to Lewis.
Yeah. George would definitely be on
And I think that maybe, you know, we talked, Alex would definitely be a floater, so he might not necessarily stay with one side of the house, so I do think he would be a flip-flopper. Fernando, I think, would be on Max's side of the house.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I need to make a diagram, actually.
Actually, we should. This would be hilarious.
Like, I'm really thinking about this, and there's so many webs.
So many webs.
Every year for Big Brother, as alliances form, they make, like, diagrams of how the webs of the alliances and how those alliances are connected by certain people. I'm going to be making one for the Formula One. And honestly, I might just even remove myself from it and just say, if we put these 20 men in the house, I think I'm going to make a diagram. Stay tuned for that.
Actually, that would be a fun video for YouTube.
Yeah. And I could name the alliances too, because all the Big Brother alliances are named.
Oh, interesting.
And I think I would have a ball with that.
You would.
I would absolutely love that. A lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
I feel like I rambled for 20 minutes straight on alliances and Big Brother, but
it's okay. We're combining two of our favorite things.
Yeah. Reality TV and Formula One. And stabbing people in the back.
If one of the drivers had a reality TV show like Travis Kelce did, Catching Kelce, who would it be?
To, like, find love?
Yeah.
I mean, 5 years ago, Lewis.
You're so right.
Now, I don't think he would be as into the idea.
No, I agree.
Let me think. I don't know if it would be a show, but I could see it being a little series on YouTube. I could see Lando doing it.
I was going to say Lando.
Yeah. Like, it'd be like a quadrant video.
Stop. No, he could not do that. I literally would unsubscribe.
I think it'd be funny. Like, doing, like, Lando doing, like, speed dating.
That'd be like a recipe for disaster, though.
Yeah. I don't know who else.
That just randomly popped into my head, so I said it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's so fair.
Who's single on the grid?
From what we know, I think it's
Logan.
Yeah. Also, this could be they just keep it private.
Yeah. We also aren't the most knowledgeable. We don't keep up with WAGs as much as some other people do, but
I think it's Logan, Lando, Joe.
Is Lewis dating anyone right now?
Oh yeah, I think Lewis is single too.
Actually, no. I feel like I just saw. Okay, maybe.
He was pictured with somebody, wasn't he?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Who else? Is that it? Is Fernando dating anyone?
I feel like we saw a picture of him holding hands with someone in Monaco.
Taylor Swift?
God, I wish. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think I do remember seeing him holding hands with someone. Yuki?
Oh, Yuki might be single. That's someone I don't know.
Is that everyone?
I think so.
Try to go through the grid now. Yeah, I think that's everyone. I was literally going through the drivers.
I could tell. I could see it in your eyes.
Whew. So there's some potential. I would love to see Yuki doing one of those love shows, like Finding Love. Yuki on the Bachelor.
I would love that.
It'd be so
but
good.
Can you cook? And they'd be like, no. And he'd be like, okay, you're out.
Actually, he'd be like, good, I'm the only chef in the kitchen.
You're right.
Oh, well, if Pierre wasn't dating someone, I think he would eat one of those shows up.
He would, actually. Oh my gosh, he would.
Like, if he was single right now and he got offered a show like that, he would do fantastic.
He would do really good. No, he would just be so good.
He'd be good. Yeah, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. It took us a second to get there, but I'm happy with our decision.
Yeah, for sure. Thank God we got there.
Yeah.
The people needed to know.
Yeah, so. All right. Anything else to discuss? This was a very sporadic episode. There were a lot of tangents.
Yeah.
When is Australia next weekend? Yes. Thank God. Okay.
Oh.
So we will be. Oh, go ahead.
Quick news. IndyCar. Yeah, thank you. Wow, you read my mind. Callum Ilott is once again going to drive the number 6 car for Arrow McLaren. I love Callum, so I'm very, very excited about that. I'm so conflicted because I love Callum and I'm so excited that he's driving for my David team. And yes, but David, I also love David. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be back though. It's good because this is getting Callum the exposure and experience. And whatever. Definitely. It's gonna be a I don't want to say a Nick DeVries situation because that didn't turn out great for him. But it's going to be a situation where they're going to be like, wow, this guy did so good when he was stepping in as a reserve driver. It's going to be a Liam Lawson situation.
Yeah.
He's stepping in for a driver who broke his hand for a couple of races in a row. He's going to do so fantastic that everyone's like, why does this guy not have a seat? And it might take a year. It might. But he'll be in that seat.
Yeah. I mean, he's also
it's like one of those tweets. What?
He's
a WEC team.
A WEC team.
It's like one of those tweets that Liam Lawson. How do you say his last name?
Ilott.
A little handshake emoji.
Oh yeah.
Filling in for a driver who broke his hand but doing fantastic.
Perfect.
Hit tweet right there.
Hit tweet.
Any of our listeners, whoever gets to it first, you can take it.
Oh yeah, you can.
That's a freebie.
I said this to you. I said, watch him win the $1 million. And David is like, what the fuck, man?
I hope he gives him a cut.
Yeah, the next indie race, which is so interesting. It's not a race for points in the championship. It's literally a race for $1 million, which
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Who won it last year? Do you know?
I think this is the first year they're doing it, unless I'm so wrong. So if I'm wrong, somebody let us know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would like to win that race.
Me too. Can the person who wins just cut me a share?
Yeah.
I'll do good with it.
Can you donate some money to Podium Pop?
Yeah.
Invest in our podcast.
We need an audio splitter so we can record in person.
Yeah, we do need an audio splitter. They're so damn expensive. Anyways, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Once again, a reminder to follow us on all social media. We are on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, aka X. Yes. So make sure to follow us. We will be posting a race recap of the Australian Grand Prix the Monday after the race.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for that episode dropping as well. And again, if you've made it through the whole episode, make sure to add the star emoji in the comments. And hopefully next time we check in, we'll be doing a shoey.
Oh, fingers crossed. And if some crazy news happens on Saturday, we'll see you live on TikTok from the bars.
Yes, from the bars. Keep an eye on that because who knows what will be coming out of our mouths if something happens while we're at the bars. Who knows? Be the first to see it before we delete it the next day.
100%.
Due to anxiety.
So we should say, I guess at this point, check our socials to see if it's there if something crazy happened.
Yes. Oh yeah, because it would if this episode is posted after.
Yeah, but hey.
So if you see it, you see it.
Yeah.
Put our notifications on every time we post.
And you can comment, "We were here.
We were here. We've seen it. Don't delete it.
Keep it up."
If you could also comment, it's okay. You have nothing to be anxious about. I'll need to hear that the next day. So
nothing was wrong. Nobody hates you. This post was funny.
This was funny. Don't delete it. Anytime you can just comment that.
Actually, yeah, if you could comment right now, I'd love that.
Yeah. Even when we don't post when we're possibly at a bar, we always could use the reassurance.
For sure.
We're gonna get one of those comments and we're gonna be like, what does that mean? Yeah. They do hate us then.
Like, oh no, this was sarcastic.
No, we're gonna forget we said this. They're gonna be like, this is funny, don't delete. I'll be like, oh my god. They definitely want me to delete this.
Delete our account.
Yeah. That's it. Podium Pop. It's over. We're over. We're done for. Oh man.
We gotta end this episode.
Yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a rambly one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and we will see you next time for the Australian race recap.